Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this video is about the Abiotic and Biotic Factor Station Lab. This lab will be done in PowerPoint. We will not be printing this lab, so let me show you where it's at. Here's our Schoology landing page. Go to Module C, Unit 2, Lesson 1, and we are down here at, not the whodunit. Oh, it's right here. My bad. Abiotic versus Biotic Station Lab. Let's see what those instructions were. It says open this lab in PowerPoint, click the Enable Editing at the top, save the lab to OneDrive, your science folder. That's very important. And then you kind of go in the following order. You can go from top to bottom. That's fine. Here you'll see here's the lab in PowerPoint, and then I have the Watch It link and the Research It link. There's actually a Research It Part 1 and Part 2. This is the link for both of those. So let's go ahead and click on this. Open it up. So I click Enable Editing, and then I go over to File and Save As, and you put it in your OneDrive. So let's kind of go through here. Let's see what happens if we put it in. Okay, so I don't think we have a challenge at station. I thought I deleted that. Here's the Watch It, and here's the link. You can click on it if you're in this. Actually, let me go back to the other. Is it going to let me? Good. You can either control click on it or use the link that's in the assignment, but you're going to watch this video and then answer the questions, and you'll answer them over here. What is a biotic factor? List 4 examples of biotic factors from the video. What is an abiotic factor? List 5 examples of abiotic factors from the video. And then think of a desert ecosystem. List 3 biotic and abiotic interactions that occur within the ecosystem. So if you can't think of 3 biotic or 3 abiotic things from a desert ecosystem, you can always search that. Biotic, desert ecosystem, biotic things in the desert ecosystem, abiotic things in the desert ecosystem. Okay, so that's Watch It. And then read it, limiting factors and carrying capacity. So over here you have population, limiting factors, and biotic. So population, you'll have a definition here for population. It doesn't look like there is a definition for population. Limiting factors, you have the definition here. Biotic definition is there, abiotic. So let's see if it says anything about the population other than it's just a group, or you can get it out of your book, that's fine. Let's see if it has anything else on page 2 of Read It. Not really. But abiotic and carrying capacity come from this side, so you'll have to put those here. And then you have these 3 questions from Read It, and you'll put your ABCD over here. For Explore It, it says sort the following pictures into different groups. You can categorize them any way you want. You could categorize them as shapes. You could categorize them as what they're made of. Whatever you want to use, all you're going to have to do is explain down here how you categorized it. Okay? And then in Part 2, they're going to have you do living and non-living things. So in Part 1, I'd suggest not doing living and non-living things because you're going to have to do it in Part 2. Okay? And what you do is you just grab one of these. Let me get off of Draw back to home. You just grab. Is it going to let me? No, it's not. Okay. Let's see. Grab one and you move it. So that's how you sort those. That's Explore It. And here's Part 3. It talks about biotic factors in an Arctic ecosystem, abiotic factors in an Arctic ecosystem, and then examples of abiotic and biotic factors in a pond ecosystem. Again, if you're not sure, if you can't think of things for these, you are welcome to search those. Here we have Organize It with abiotic and biotic factors. It looks almost exactly like this part of the Explore It. So hopefully you'll be able to use that. And then here in Illustrate It, since we're going to do this on the computer, I mean, you're welcome to draw this, but what you could do is you could say, all right, search for an image of a forest ecosystem, and then make sure it has 5 biotic, 5 abiotic interactions, and then competing factors. And you can copy and paste it right here. You really don't need this screen unless you're going to draw it on paper, and then let me know by saying on paper on this one. Next is research it, and I've given you the link for this. You're just going to follow the information, read through it, and answer these questions here. Explain what's the competitive advantage, 2 biotic factors. Continue. Is it going to let me continue? Part 2 is the same website, but you click on a different part of the website, and you'll answer 4, 5, and 6 over here on the side. Keep going. And then we have the write it. It says compare biotic and abiotic factors, provide examples of both that occur in a shallow ocean system. So really for the first part of this, you're going to explain what biotic and abiotic factors are, and then you'll give me examples from a shallow ocean system of both. Write it question 2, explain a situation where 2 different species could compete for the same abiotic resource. So I think it's probably easier to figure out what an abiotic resource is, and then you can think about 2 different species that might compete for it. And then question 3, it says during the dry season in the Sahara, many animals compete for limited resources of water. Explain how limited abiotic factors can impact the biotic factors in an ecosystem. So water is an abiotic factor. How would that affect the biotic factors, the animals in the ecosystem? Assess it. So these are A, B, C, D questions you'll put here. And then these words come directly from read it. So these words are going to come directly from, oh, I just wrote all over the place. Sorry. I won't save that. Read it, which is up here. Okay. So that should do it. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.